Okay, welcome. I appreciate you viewing this tutorial. Today we're going to talk about uh, pivoting. And the reason you'd want to use a pivot is uh, that way your attack computer doesn't show up on the network if the network is using IDS or IPS or a capture utility like Wireshark. They'll be able to detect your presence. Now, if they discover your presence, they may, uh, do everything they can to get rid of your presence by uh, installing patches or taking the compromised host offline or something like that. If you're using a pivot, though, you'll still have access. You just will lose uh, the one computer that you're using as a pivot. So it kind of hides your presence on the network. It provides you some redundancy in case your presence is detected. It kind of, your computer is being stealthy on their network while the pivoted computer is doing all the bad stuff. So it kind of takes attention away from your attack computer. So those are all good reasons. I just wanted to show you my computer usage. You can see my CPU usage is below 25%, but because I have a few virtual machines up, my memory usage is hovering around 85%. And that's normal, but I just want you to be aware of it because if you get a heck of a lot of virtual machines going, it does take quite a bit of RAM. So just want you to be aware of that. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to start Wireshark. We have all the interfaces checked, so we'll hit start, and now that should have us capturing there. Okay, now we're going to go over to Kali. So let's add a host, and we'll add 192.168.1 and let's see what's the number of my let's see, I think it's 216, I believe. Dot okay, let's select that, and then we'll go. We've already looked up this exploit that we know that works for XP, so we should have a remote host, a local host. Let's select launch. So that should exploit that tool there. Okay, there it goes. And as you can see, it gives us the little Windows icon there. Let's, using this, let's do an ARP scan of the network. Now an ARP scan is just a basic scan telling you what IP addresses are up in that. So it's not going to give you, it's not the same as a port scan. A port scan is able to fingerprint the operating system and some of the applications and things. So this is just an ARP scan, which is faster, but it doesn't give you as much information. So we got that. So now let's go over here a minute. Interpreter, pivot. Let's go ahead and set this up. Now when we add this, we should see these arrows, and we can actually break it out a little better and visualize it a little better by using this hierarchical view. Whoa, Okay. Yeah, there we go. There's more computers on here than I thought there would be. Okay, let's zoom it back a little bit so we can use a control minus for that. Get a better idea what's going on. So now we're going to select the computers that we want to scan. There we go. Get them all. Yeah. See if we can do it this way. Yeah, good. Good, there we got them all. Now we're going to right click and scan. Now these now if we look at the services, you'll see don't have a heck of a lot of information on services yet, but this should start filling in once the scan gets underway here. So that scan takes a little bit of time to run. And but it should give us a pretty good view of our network. So okay, we paused for a minute while our scan completed. I don't know if you can see this, but the scan took a while to run. Trying to get the time for you here. Scan complete in 7:42.4 seconds. So let's see if I can get that up there on the screen for you. Yeah, there it is. You can see it. So that scan took a while to run, but that's okay because you're trying to be stealthy with this again using the pivot. So that way you can avoid detection on the network, and that way you're really just drawing attention, like I said, to the computer that you set up the pivot to. So how do we know, did it work? Well, let's go over and check our Wireshark scan. So you could see I captured for about 15 minutes, and I got 32,000 packets. So let's look first at our XP computer that was that we had set up for the pivot, and that IP address is 216. Let's apply that filter. Okay, you could see out of 32,000 we got over 14,000 packets where the IP address was 192.168.1.216, which was, like I said, the Windows XP that we set up the pivot through. Now, how do we know that it didn't come from our Kali Linux machine? Well, the Kali Linux machine is .165, and we can verify that by doing a command line and an ifconfig. So yeah, our IP address on our Kali Linux machine is 192.168.1.65. Switching back to our Wireshark capture. Okay, let's apply this filter now. Okay, you can see that most of that was taken up with scanning and the replies, and we actually didn't capture anything from our attack machine. Everything came from the box that we pivoted to. So this was pretty effective then. Okay, thanks a lot for watching this, and we'll pick up from here next time. We'll do some. We still have some pass the hash attacks to do, and what do you do with a computer that you've compromised, and we'll show you some post exploitation in our upcoming lessons. Thank you for watching this.